Is this area considered out? Chief? Chief? Chief is awake! Your cheeks are all red, and you're panting. Are you having a fever? You're scaring me. You had a dream again? Did you dream of a woman wearing a mask and extraordinary clothes with flames all over her body? She leaned very close to look at you, embrace you, and try to talk to you?
Oh, did you have the same dream, Chief? Yan Yan is the chosen seer who receives oracles through her psychic dreams. How do you explain your dream, then?
You had the same wonderful dream as Yan Yan did! You also dreamed of the Great Seer! Yes! In Sun Sing City... Oh, back then it was still called Sunset Town. The Great Seer was the most powerful person in Sunset Town. We were only able to repel all evil spirits and overcome natural disasters thanks to her leadership. She always wore a mask and her pretty seer robes. She would stand on the high altar, accompanied by her long sword and flames, performing the ritual dance to drive away evil spirits and pray for blessings. What a beautiful sight! great! Actually, I dreamed of her just now when I was dozing off in the car, too. Maybe because tackling the Sun Crow is too hard, the Great Seer even came specially to comfort me. It's been a long time since I had such a beautiful dream. She told Yan Yan to go to some sea, and she told me I could do it, although I didn't hear the rest clearly, but she must be encouraging me. Huh? Well, Zuro is better at interpreting dreams. Let's go find her. Then I'll be off! Tell me how my dream differs from yours later. I really want to know too!
Bummer. My field research was just getting interesting. Skinny Chief strikes back, and Mad Shackles versus Mania? How fascinating. Never mind. You're my priority. Finally willing to let me interpret your dream? Are you upset because I neglected your investigation results? Or are you indeed here to interrogate the Outlander? To think that one would doubt the truthfulness of a scholar's words. Not gonna let this slide if I say nothing, are you? All right, all right. My homeland is not like this city. Eastia is ever the victim of disasters, and our people struggle to survive. My studies in mythology, frequent overseas journeys, and information gathering in this city are all to grasp these unpredictable disasters. For example, in NF-112, Eastia faced a massive tide of ashes. Several cities were destroyed, and vast lands sank beneath the sea. That would later be known in this city as the sinking of Eastia. In NF-113, just when we barely suppressed the Suncrow Apostle, it suddenly broke free from its seal, catching us off guard and severely damaging the newly revived Sunsink City. These are the two most recent disasters which even our seers did not foresee. Yet, in the city, I found some interesting clues. In August NF-112, on the brink of the sinking of Istia, a certain chief awoke from a slumber. In March NF-113, after he was attacked and fell into a coma, the Sun Crow broke its seal and went berserk thousands of miles away. I'm sure you're smart enough to connect the dots. It's just a speculation. I have no solid proof. Your people are the center of the world and the center of mania. Your every unconscious action might trigger a disaster that affects everyone. And yet, you've been reluctant to see it. Think about what you've done, and who is really the one to be doubted and hated.
Chief? You're still here! Tell me the result of the dream interpretation. I'm dying to know the good news! Yeah! I saw Dural come out just now, covering her mouth and giggling all the way. It's rare to see her so happy. There must be some good news, right? Oh, wait! Dural asked me to tell you something. Thank you for always being with me, believing in me, and showing me all the fun things. Chief, no matter where you're from, Yan Yan adores you, even if you believe in those strange blue and red crystals. Let's go! The mission isn't over yet. I have to work hard. I'll definitely defeat the Sun Crow. I'll protect Chief and this city, your homeland. Then I'll be off! Tell me how my dream differs from yours later. I really want to know too!
2 different psychic dreams.
Come grab a drink with me when it's done.
Has the Suncrow Apostle not shown up yet? When will this operation finally end? All this superstitious stuff Chief and that little trickster are fussing over, do you buy it?
Well, actually, I don't dislike her. I used to think Easterners were pretty strange, always looking like they were up to something. But it seems like that girl is really trying hard to help.
Whoa, so their trick actually works on you? Maybe that's why they sent that girl, so we'd lower our guard. I say we can't trust the Outlanders before they explain the purpose of their sorcery. Okay, I'll admit I don't hate her either. Even Chief is nice to her, isn't he? That's the clever hero who beat the Black Ring we're talking about. He can't be wrong.
Those two are exhausted from their work today. Let them sleep for a bit. We've got it covered here.
Danger. Wake up! The Suncrow is coming! That child. Danger! Save her!
I don't know. I'm so scared. I've been trying so hard. If it fails, it's all Yan Yan's fault. I don't know what to do. Great Seer? Is that you? Have you finally come to find me? Great Seer, I've missed you, and I've got so many questions for you. There's too much I still need to do, but I don't know how. I only need to offer my power to the Suncrow? I see. I'm coming. I'll listen to you. Great Seer is always right.
Stop it! Danger!
I'll relieve them of pain.
So, you need me to show up?
Getting my hands dirty could be fun. I have to.
We found Chief and that girl!
The envoy is fine. Thankfully, you intervened in time. But you're not in the best shape. Please take care of yourself first, Chief.
Look at the state you're in before you worry about Yan Yan. Yes, it's me again. Stop being so harsh toward yourself. It makes my heart ache to see a saint like you suffer. The materials for the almighty bow are all safe. Relax and just rest. You both have worked hard. My work here is done. I wish you...
In the Great Hall, the Divine lay. All spells ordered, elements reigned. Over there. Only by passing the Divine Lord's trial can one obtain the arrow capable of shooting down the Sun Crow. But even back in Sunsing City, few seers have actually seen the Divine Lord. We only hear legends about the Divine Lord, so Yan Yan is a bit scared.
You people from Eastia are all about that superstitious stuff. I mean, as long as it works.
Yeah, just go and be confident. We'll wait here for you. We'll do what you say.
Well, at least we can still hear birds chirping here. Could have been worse.
I know, right? We've seen way worse in Keelon Square before. You just do your best, kiddo.
Okay. Yan Yan won't let you down. Revered Divine Lord, Sunsing City's novice seer Yan Yan is at your service. Chief, the Divine Lord is about to tell me about the trials. I understood the Divine Lord's decree. The trials will be difficult. We must work hard together to complete them. For the first trial, fetch 2 basins of bathing water for the Sun Crow from the Spring Valley.
Is this for real? Did she really translate that correctly? Do these Eastian gods have a screw loose somewhere?
Shh, keep it down. I knew something was off from the start. Fetching bathing water for the Sun Crow from the Spring Valley? You can't be serious. For another trial, we need to make scrambled eggs with Pollia japonica flowers or something? I've practically turned the flower shops in East Side upside down.
She was muttering to herself just now. Has she been corrupted by mania?
Right. And she keeps murmuring Divine Lord or something to herself, too. Is she mental?
Chief, do you find the trials Yan Yan interpreted bizarre too? No, I'm just worried that I'm not qualified enough to interpret the Divine Lord's words correctly. In the legends, the Divine Lord has always been a supremely awe-inspiring entity. They would never pose strange tasks or be ridiculed. It's me who's strange and deserves to be laughed at. Yes, that's what the book says. I see. I'll do my best.
Don't touch the pollutant. Keep up.
I'll relieve them of pain.
Getting my hands dirty could be fun. I don't know.
So, you need me to show off my skills again? Okay.
I have.
Surprise.
Where are we going for an adventure this time?
Getting my hands dirty could be fun.
Is this the Divine Lord? Divine Lord? Can you hear my voice? Oh, I see. Did the Divine Lord reject Yan Yan? If not, why would it send a big fat bird to bump into Yan Yan? Yan Yan isn't good enough. I've let everyone down. Huh? Is this... I hope so. Thank you, everyone, for accompanying Yan Yan all the way here.
Chief, let me do it.
Don't worry, Chief. He'll protect her well. You must be exhausted too. You can trust him. He's actually a pretty nice guy. He just likes to run his mouth. She collapsed because she tried so hard to protect this city. Whether or not she was talking childish nonsense, she's still a good kid.
There's gotta be a better candidate than me, right?
So...
I don't have...
I have... The job is done.
Nice. Give me your hand. Don't let those incompetent appraisers make your hand dirty.
It's okay. It will work. Everything's gonna be fine. Only a little bit more to go. It's almost done. There will be no problems. I can't make mistakes again. Oh, look how clumsy I am. I've only got one final step left, but I can't even do the engraving properly. How can I be a great seer like this? You know, Chief, I'm actually very afraid of natural disasters. When I was a child, the great drought brought by the Suncrow dried up the fields, and its little monsters hurt people everywhere. I still remember how Grandma's house was set ablaze. It was terrifying. But back then, there was a very powerful seer in Sunset Town. The Great Seer was a wonderful person. She could always predict when disasters would come. She was always fighting against natural disasters and protecting us, warding off evil spirits. When Grandma and I were struggling to survive, she led us to her new shelter with her divination and performed a ritual dance to bless us. She told Grandma and I, and everyone, that we would all see the most beautiful sunset. The Great Seer kept her promise. She was so powerful and reassuring, always inspiring everyone with her smile. Everyone trusted her fully. In the end, she led us to shoot down the Suncrow. I too wish to stop disasters like the Great Seer. I want to tell Grandma, my fellow townspeople victimized by disasters, and everyone who is scared like me, that everything will be alright. Because the Seer is here. But Yan Yan can't do it as well. My channeling skills aren't strong enough. I often misinterpret the Wraith Spirits. I haven't read enough scriptures. I don't know the oracles by heart. I even made a fool of myself. I know the people of this city don't believe in Yan Yan. Those myths sounded so captivating in the Great Seer's words, but they become foolish coming from me. I've been nothing but trouble on our journey to gather materials. The Great Seer is no longer with us. She left the human realm, which she painstakingly guarded in my care. What if I can't protect it? What if the disasters return? What then? That's because Chief and many others helped me. And yet, I was still distracted by evil spirits. There are many good people here too. If I fail, I'll let you all down as well. Huh? Duro...
Oh dear. It seems like Yan Yan's little brain is getting confused from too much sleep. Overthinking is an illness. I must help you cure it. Having spent so much time in Sunset Town, I know for a fact that there wasn't any so-called flawless Great Seer. It's about time I expose her other side.
What? What is this?
The first attempt at the almighty bow by that Great Seer. But it's nowhere near as good as yours. Are you questioning a cultured scholar's art skills, Chief? If you had seen her actual carvings, you would only marvel at how lifelike my drawing is. It's my personal touch that gave the almighty bow its elegant and majestic design. Stop frowning. Yan Yan, you did very well. You are not lesser than your predecessor. Oh, and let me tell you a secret. The Great Seer couldn't even swim at your age, and she nearly drowned herself once.
No way! Really? Even I can... No, I don't believe it. Chief said Duro is a liar. I've seen the power of the Great Seer myself. That's the power that created the almighty bow and defeated the Sun Crow. She was not as weak as you made it sound like. Unlike me.
She was no different than you. That fool also had to work hard to look cool in front of you. She traveled, studied, practiced, faced doubts, asked stupid questions, and got back up every time she fell. That's how she became skillful in channeling, saw through the unknown, and lent her force to the people. To combat the aquatic dragon, she spent 3 months practicing in the lake. She finally learned how to swim when she choked on water for the umpteenth time. Now, do you still think the Great Seer is untouchable?
Regardless, Yan Yan's ultimate enemy is the Sun Crow. I know how terrifying that creature is. Can I really do it in so little time?
Of course not. If you try to do it all by yourself. The Sunshot wasn't the effort of a single person, but one with the support of many people. The Seer gathered everyone's strength to accomplish the feat of shooting down the suns.
Where can I find these people?
Why don't you take a look behind you?
I'm looking for you guys. The FAC has roughly pinpointed the Apostle's location. We can soon proceed with Sunshot.
The MBCC is also done deploying the guards. They're ready to assist Chief and the envoys on the operation anytime.
The Research Institute speculates that the Apostle is currently in a dormant state. If needed, we can dispatch unmanned armor to buy you some time. Huh? Ambassador Yan Yan, why are your eyes so red? Didn't I tell you to treat her nicely? Must be you who made her cry. Apologize now.
I'm alright. Thank you so much, Mr. White Armor. And everyone in the Bureau. I'm going to rest well, sleep hard, and eat properly, so I can complete the Sunshot perfectly. I'm ready! I've memorized the Sunshot procedures Duro has taught me. My belly is full, and I've had plenty of sleep. Compass, slingshot, magnifying glass, all in place. And also... with you and everyone from this city by Yan Yan's side, this Sunshot must be a huge success tomorrow.
There's nothing I wish to seek here.
Stop pushing yourself too hard, you fool. Hello. For the third time? Because I know how dangerous it is for the shackles to come into contact with the Sun Crow. I've been keeping an eye on you since you came back from the square. I'm more careful than a certain someone who never learns their lessons and insists on taking risks. You looked like you were having a hard time. What happened? Why did you tell me about your dream? I haven't been completely honest with you yet. Isn't it too early to trust me? What you're prying into is Outland intelligence. As an affiliate of the 9th Agency, you should understand that some secrets are meant to be kept. That said, I can tell you a bedtime story from Eastia. It's a legend about a legend. Not that long ago, in the faraway Eastia, natural disasters and evil spirits ran rampant. A seer with great psychic power was born in a small town. In Sinner terms, the nature of her mania was likely very similar to that of the Apostle of Ashes, and they resonated easily, so it looked like she was channeling the creature. But unlike Yan Yan, her psychic power only made her see the cruel reality. The Sun Crow was so powerful, and humanity so insignificant, and the disparity left no chance of victory. She couldn't escape from this fact, nor could she ignore the prayers sent her way by her believers. What on earth is happening? How should humanity move forward? Is there any hope of salvation ahead? She couldn't answer these questions, because the honest answers would crush the already suffering people. And a seer must bring people hope, a convincing hope. So she found the legends that had been passed down for millennia on the continent, and modified them to fit the current disasters into the narrative. And made up a hopeful ending. She convinced everyone that the gods were merciful, and a hero would be reborn into the world. If everyone just did their best and persevered a day longer, a year longer, as long as everyone had hope and acted accordingly, they would eventually see the dawn. Just like you're good at pacifying kids with lies, she was also good at motivating people with her made-up fairy tales. But it was nothing more than a placebo. The real Sun Crow came fiercely and suddenly. There were no preordained omens from the myths, no poisonous trees, no floods or wraith spirits. Only countless suns in the sky, scorching the earth and terrorizing all living things. None of the magical rituals proved effective. The flimsy lies of hope were immediately exposed, and the mythical fantasy collapsed. Everyone finally came to the realization that there was no sun shooter to save them. Except for the seer herself who witnessed the truth first. Had she told the lies too many times that she convinced even herself of it? Or was she too stubborn to admit her failure? No one knows. But she held on to that ridiculous myth till the very end. Alone, the seer stepped onto the charred earth, facing the Sun Crow, and the countless suns behind it. And then... after that, things changed. On the land covered by the Sun Crow's fire, poisonous trees sprouted in one place, floods rose in another, and wraith spirits appeared in yet another place. The countless suns in the sky gradually disappeared and merged, turning into what the myth described. 9 suns, plus the Sun Crow. 10 in total. And some curious folks ventured deep into the 3 calamities following the myths, and actually retrieved 3 treasures. They crafted a bow and an arrow, and brought a person who had adamant faith in her. That person drew the bow and shot at the Sun Crow. And then... the myth came true. The disaster of the 10 scorching suns ended, and the Sun Crow was sealed. The story made up by the seers spread across the whole Eastia and became everyone's belief. That's the myth of the Sunshot. The end. Do you like this story, Chief? Come on, don't take it too seriously. It's just a story. You wouldn't believe in that kind of tale, would you? This is only a legend about a legend. Eastia is no land of barbaric superstitions. A single person's deeds couldn't possibly reshape the entire continent's way of thinking in just 7 years. In fact, after the fall of the perishing star, the first psychics whose power awoke due to the disasters rose to power and held the sole right to interpret the calamities, using the myths as a political tool. They were only overthrown by seers of the following generations much later. You see, real history is boring and cruel, and myths are the dose of romantic comfort we need. Because I do. 7 years ago, I was in Sunset Town. I fought in the battle and witnessed the Sun Crow being sealed with my own eyes. This is the truth, which I will forever remember. As for those truths buried by myths, and those discrepancies that still lack explanations, well, scholars dedicate their lives to pursuing them. I should stop talking before I reveal actual secrets of my city. The envoys will be watching me. It's getting late. Tomorrow is a big day, so let's get some sleep. Be patient. We'll all know the answers soon enough. What I failed to understand 7 years ago, I'll see it through this time, with you here. Sleep now. I'll be here with you. Sweet dreams. We'll know the answer tomorrow.
Thank you. It's all up to you now. Everything will be fine.